What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going through 5 players in Battlefield 2042 that we all love. Now, for those who missed it, I have already uploaded the 5 players that we all hate. That one was a very fun video to make, so if you guys haven't seen that, be sure to go and check that one out after this one. And if you guys do enjoy this type of content, then definitely let me know down below, as I'm always happy to make more videos like this one. Before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. We're on the hunt for 30,000 subscribers in 2022, so if you are new, then definitely hit that subscribe button. So anyway, getting straight into the list, the first one on the list here is the transport spawner. Now, this is the type of player who will get into a transport vehicle and they'll actually sort of park themselves in a good location, allowing everyone to actually spawn on them, essentially creating a mobile spawn point that's actually close to the action. Obviously, Battlefield 2042 has got some enormous maps, and it can be pretty frustrating sometimes when there's not really a good spawn point. But when you've got a teammate who is, sitting in a condor and he's hovering above an objective and you can just spawn on them and then jump out and get into the action, there is absolutely nothing better, and these players definitely deserve a little bit of praise. Now, next on the list, we have players that go out of their way to revive. I've mentioned in the 5 players that we all hate just how frustrating it is when there are players who pretty much just don't revive you, even if they're playing as Falk or Angel. But on the flip side of that, when there are players who essentially go out of their way to come and revive you, these guys are absolutely goated, and they definitely deserve a little bit more recognition for their playstyle. To take that even further, when there are players who are healing you and resupplying you, and Angel players who are giving you armor and stuff like that, that takes those players to an even better level. And if only we had more players like that in the community, this game would probably not be so frustrating sometimes. Now, next up, we have the PTFO players. There are a lot of players in the Battlefield 2042 who don't play the objective, and everyone's out there going for their own kills and just trying to get a high KD. But the players who are actually jumping on those objectives and helping push forward and push into the next objective and stuff like that, these are absolute mad lads. And once again, if only we had more players like that in the community, I think we'd all probably have a lot better of a win-loss ratio than we currently do. I've always enjoyed playing the objective, and it's something that I do always try and do, but when you have a bunch of teammates who are also doing the same thing, it honestly feels like you're playing a completely different game sometimes, and it definitely adds a lot to the fun when you've got a bunch of players on the team who are actually playing the game as it's essentially intended to be. I mentioned in the 5 players that we all hate video that there's nothing worse than a vehicle sweat, but if you're a vehicle sweat and you're actually playing the objective and helping your team get the win, then I think for now we can all excuse that, and those players can be counted as PTFO players. Now, next on the list, we have the SOFLAM users, and these have become very popular over the last probably 2 to 3 weeks as I'm recording this. I think once everyone unlocked the SOFLAM, it has become super popular simply because people have realized how powerful it is, and when there is a SOFLAM user on your team, it absolutely makes a world of difference. For those who don't know what the SOFLAM is, it is essentially a designator that you can lock onto enemy vehicles with, and then it turns regular rocket launchers and stuff like that into actually homing launchers instead. So if you lock onto a chopper with the SOFLAM, then so many more people on your team can actually take it out, and it's highlighted in a big yellow sort of square, and it definitely makes a world of difference. So these players definitely should not be going unnoticed. Now, last on the list, and this one kind of plays off the last one, and this is like the level 99 boss version of the SOFLAM user, and this is a RAW player, or just in general an anti-vehicle player. Like I mentioned in the previous video, vehicle sweats can be very, very frustrating at times, and they can often be essentially impossible to take out if they're a good enough player. But when there are players on your team who are actively hunting down enemy vehicles, they make an absolute world of difference, and they're pretty much taking one for the team, not getting a bunch of kills, not playing the objective that much in order to take out those vehicles, so that pretty much everyone else on the team can have a little bit more fun and not have to focus on those vehicles. So if you play as RAW and you play as just anyone with an anti-vehicle sort of loadout, then you are an absolute king, and we all salute you. That is going to do it for this one though, guys. Like I said in the last one, there are plenty of these that I'm definitely going to miss out on, so if there's anything that you guys thought I missed, then definitely let us all know down in the comments. To be completely honest, I think there are probably more types of players that we all hate than types of players that we love at this point, but either way, if I missed any, then definitely let us all know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any upcoming Battlefield 2042 content. If you guys want to support the content that I make on YouTube, then do consider becoming a channel member. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.